Hey guys, and welcome to This Life Thing with Robin Nicole. Today I just wanted to talk about, or in this moment, a lot of times you really have to focus on you. And I don't know, like I'm in a season of my life right now where there's so much going on. So many people are pulling from me from different areas for different things. And it's like sometimes you just have to stop, reevaluate, and care a little bit more about you. And I don't know, maybe somebody out there right now is going through the same thing. And sometimes it's okay to say no. Learning the word no. I've had to do it. I mean, there's people that feel so comfortable telling you no when you need something. So, you know, sometimes you got to reevaluate, turn things around, and just focus on you. And understanding that, you know, you have to first be whole before you can pour into someone else. If you're a half of a cup and you have 4 people asking for a little bit of your half and you're giving, and there's nothing pouring into you, it's kind of like in a relationship. Let's just say that. Like my mom, my first relationship ever of my whole entire life, like I was so in love, and I ended up actually being with the guy for like ever. For like 8 years of my whole life. It was a lot. But I was with him since I was really young, so it was like one of those kind of situations. But anyways, I used to just get so emotional about certain situations. Like, you know, you get into little arguments or whatever, and, you know, the guy starts acting like all weird or whatever, and you just get so emotionally drained. And I would just like go in my room and I was just crying. My mom came in there one time and told me, she was like, Robin, don't allow him to use all your fizz. And she's like, what are you going to give the next guy if you guys don't work out? Because, you know, parents, they try to lay it on you light, like this ain't about to be the person you're going to be with for the rest of your life, okay? But she was just like, you know, what if you just gave him all of you, and then another person that you meet once you guys are done, you don't even have enough to give that person because you done poured everything into him. And that's like kind of the way we look at life. It's like a pop bottle. That's how she described it to me, like a soda pop bottle. And you allow somebody to shake them, and they open you up and let all your fizz out. And they shake you, and then they open you up and let all your fizz out. And eventually, that soda is going to get flat. And there's not going to be any fizz left. And it's kind of like that in relationships. Like, you can't keep letting people use you. And then they open up emotionally, and then you pour all out, and then there it is. Like, it's just gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the types of people that are kind of toxic. And you may not want that around in your life. Like, sometimes it's okay to say, look, I need to reevaluate my life. Journey, shut up. Sorry, y'all. I have a dog. I need to reevaluate my life. I need to look at the things that people add to me. Not only that I just add to them, because you can add value to anybody. Yeah, depending on who you are, but you can add value to people as well, but it needs to be a reciprocating thing. Like, not just you always giving and them always taking, and then the second that you don't give, you're like, okay, well, I just didn't do this one thing, all the other things, because that's the one thing. People are never gonna remember everything that you've done for them. They're gonna remember that one thing that you don't. And that's what I've realized. And that's, in my life, I've had to personally take a hold on, come to Jesus moment for myself and say, you know what? Who are the people that are adding value in my life? How am I adding value to their life? And is this a mutually beneficial relationship? That's what we have to ask ourselves. Like, are we in mutually beneficial relationships to where both parties are adding value, because where there's no movement. Hey guys, sorry about that. That was my mommy calling. We do a podcast show. You guys check that out. The Regina Love Show podcast. It's on iTunes, Apple TV, SoundCloud. So check that out. It's hilarious. That's a totally another. I'm like not funny on here, but I'm totally funny on there. So you should check it out. Anyways, yeah, the Regina Love Show podcast. Check it out. Anyways, so like I was saying, I think I was talking about mutually beneficial relationships. Regina. Yes, I think I was. Okay, so mutually beneficial relationships, and just making sure that it's a reciprocating thing, and you know, it's not just one-sided, because when that happens, it's unbalanced and then it can break. So it's healthy for it to be mutually beneficial for both parties, not just for one or the other, but for both, for it to be a collectively productive friendship or relationship or partnership or whatever it is that you have going on. That's just a general rule, you know what I'm saying? Like for anything you're doing with more than one person, it needs to be equal. But I say all that to say, basically right now in my life, like I have a lot of different things going on. I don't know if I've mentioned this already. I might have. Gotta check my editing. But anyways, I am a insurance agent. I am licensed insurance agent. I am a co-host on a podcast show. I am a mom. I am a friend. I'm a sister, and I am a daughter. I am a lot of different things. And outside of all that, I do my own little businesses and whatnot for myself. So I have a lot of things going on. And like I said, like I've had people been pulling and tugging and, oh, Robin, can you do this for me? Or I need you to help me with that, and blah, 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 blah. And it is okay to be that good, helpful friend, but also you have to take time for yourself. Because if you do not, you will tap out. And I literally legit almost died the other day, and it was really like one of those reality checks where I'm like, okay, Robin, I gotta slow down, or Robin, you gotta slow down, you're doing too much. So basically what happened was Friday morning, because that was the day I was supposed to do my podcast. And anybody that knows me knows, like, I'm a woman of my word. Even if nobody else, if it's not to anybody else, if it's to myself, I keep my word for myself and for other people as well. So I was so upset because I had this episode on Friday and I wasn't even able to upload my videos on YouTube. So anyways, Friday came of last week, and basically Thursday I really wasn't feeling well. I had been working. I had started working out like more so often than I would usually do, and I started doing sauna time. So it's like I was doing a lot more than I usually did, and I was just running, doing things for myself, doing things for other people. And Thursday I was not feeling good. And then Friday came around, and Friday morning I usually wake up at like 6 o'clock, 5:30ish. And I wasn't really feeling good. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to sleep till like 6. And then I woke up at 6. I wasn't really feeling too good. And I was like, okay, I'm going to wait a little bit and see if I feel a little bit better. 7:30 came around, and I was just like, okay, I know something's wrong, and I probably need to go to the hospital. So in my mind, what I told myself was, well, first I had to call my agent and let her know that I'm not coming into the office today. I called my agent and I was just like, look, I'm not feeling good. I'm not going to be able to come into the office today. Just letting you know, I'm going to probably be going to the hospital because I'm really not feeling well. And then I was just like, okay, so in my mind, what I planned to do, and this is why you can't plan things, because you just can't plan things. In my mind, I planned on getting my son ready for school, taking him to school, and then going to the hospital, because I figured that if something was really wrong with me, at least he'd be at daycare, and then I can figure out how I can get him taken care of after that. But if I took him to the hospital with me, I wouldn't have been able, like, they really don't give you care really if you don't have anybody to like hold your child or like watch your child while you're there. So that was in my thought process. I'm like, okay, well let me take him to daycare and then go to the hospital and then see what's wrong, try to hurry up and get fixed and do all that before 6:30. And if I'm really sick and I can't go home, then I'll just have somebody come pick up my son from daycare. Anyway, so that's what my thought process was. So I get up and I get out of the bed, and my son, he always wakes up before me. So he like wakes up, he goes in the refrigerator. I usually have like Cheerios and strawberries in like little cups in the refrigerator because he knows like how to go in there. It's like an adult already. But anyway, so he knows how to like go in there or whatever. So he goes up, he's in the kitchen, he's like crying because I guess like the Cheerios are on the top shelf. I have no idea. He was in there crying. And so I got up and I was making my way to the kitchen to help him get the stuff. And I just got super dizzy, and my head, I had like the headache from hell. It was horrible. Like, I don't know what was going on, but I had this really bad headache. And so I go into the kitchen and I'm like, okay, let me just at least get him to daycare. And then just like when I'm thinking this, like I feel like I'm moving in slow motion, and like it was the scariest thing ever. Like I thought that was it. I thought that was the end. I'm like, this is the end, and oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? What is my son gonna do? Like, oh my gosh. And it's just me and my son at home all the time together. Like it's just us. So I'm like, nobody's gonna know like if I die, how long am I gonna be in here? Like I don't know why I was thinking all those thoughts, but like it was like because I seriously thought that I was gonna die. I seriously thought that was the end. I thought this was it. Like there's no more, no more. So anyways, I make my way over to the couches. I'm like, okay, I need to call 911. I'm gonna have to call the ambulance. At this point, I know that I'm gonna have to call the ambulance. So then I sit on the couch and I try to like find my phone, and the next thing I know, I was out. And then like the next thing I know, I'm coming to, and like my son's like laying on me, just like mommy, 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 and I'm just like, oh my god, what happened? So I find my phone, I call 911, I call the ambulance here, and so they came and like my vitals are fine, like everything was fine, and they were just like, okay, you're seriously dehydrated. So they give me fluids and all this stuff, whatever. And so with that whole ordeal, it just kind of, I really had like a reality check, because if I am not here, because I work so hard, you know what I'm saying, and if I am not here, then my work is for naught. And like I have people depending on me. At the end of the day, I have serious responsibility, and I have a human being that is depending on my life for his life. So it's like I really had to just like be like, okay, Robin, I really gotta chill out. And I thought, me doing everything that I was doing was helpful, but sometimes when you reach that point of exhaustion, it's good to just like take 5, dude. Step back, look at your life again, and figure out where you can make time for you. And that's kind of my problem. I wasn't making time for myself. I made time for everything else, all my business stuff, work, my son, everything. I made time for everything else but myself, and I didn't realize the importance of actually taking time for me, just solitude, and just really thinking about what I'm doing in life. Is this really making me happy? What does Robin like? What makes Robin mad? What makes Robin feel good? You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times I think everybody like gets so caught up in the gotta do it right now, gotta do this, gotta do that, ripping, running, like I think people get so caught up in that they forget, like some people that might be doing something they've been doing for 10 years and haven't even realized that they don't even like it. They don't even like what they're doing. But they just know that they have to do it in order to make a certain amount of money, in order to do this and do that, and make other people happy, or other people that are depending on them, satisfy them. Like, I think sometimes you guys, we just got to sit back and evaluate ourselves. Everybody needs evaluation time, like everybody. And I know for me, it was one of those times where it was just like, all right, Robin, you really got to get it together. You really have to know your own boundaries. And that situation happening to me really made me think of everything around me, and it really made me start changing a lot of things in my life that I'm doing, a lot of things that I'm doing for other people, a lot of things that I'm doing because I feel like I have to do them, and just in general. So guys, at the end of the day, just take care of yourself. Just take care of yourself and make sure you are giving time for you. Because that's what's most important. Just making sure that you are giving you your time. Thank you for watching This Life Thing with Robin Nicole. I again thank you guys again so much for the feedback that I've already gotten. Like, it's been amazing. Like, really, I appreciate all the love you guys are showing me. Be sure to look at my Instagram at LoveSitements.TV, and on Instagram, send me inboxes, DM me. A lot of you guys have been doing that already. Or it would be really, really cool if you comment on this video. Comment on the video, let me know what you think. If you guys have some things that you would like to talk about, or you would like me to talk about, or maybe if you'd like me to just like kind of give my opinion on it, I would love to do that. That would not to be a problem for me. I could do that for you, just to give you my input, my 2 cents. Or if you just, if I have any advice, I definitely will share it with you. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for continuing, and I'm just speaking things into existence. Thank you for continuing to watch my videos. I really appreciate it. And there's going to be more to come, guys, so stay tuned. I'm probably going to be, if I don't get sick again, I'm going to be posting another video. That was so crazy. But remember to love, live, and be excited about life every day, guys. Okay, so have a good day. Thank you for tuning in.